You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First this morning, the Georgia Bulldogs are preparing to head to Los Angeles for the college football championship game. Some Georgia Bulldog fans are already here. Live coverage from LA coming up.
Plus, new data reveals there is a divide on kids getting COVID-19 shots. Details on which groups the CDC say have higher vaccination rates.
You're going to need your light coat. Coolest air of the week will be here today, but will it last through the weekend? I'll let you know in the full forecast straight ahead.
Georgia Bulldogs are taking a journey of more than 2,000 miles to L.A. The Dogs just days away from defending their national title against TCU. Jerry Carnes is in L.A. for us this morning at the stadium where UGA, Jerry, could make history.
Indeed, they could, and we've already seen some Georgia Bulldog fans here in Los Angeles. Not a lot of them yet, but we have seen some. The Georgia Bulldogs, the team, will be on the way soon later this afternoon. They're scheduled to arrive at LAX at around 3:15 this afternoon. That's California time. The TCU Horned Frogs will arrive a little bit before that at about 1 o'clock Pacific time. There's not a lot of history between these two schools. They've met only 4 times before. Georgia coming out on top all 4 times. Those victories include a win during the regular season in 1980. Georgia won the national championship that season. Another victory was in the Liberty Bowl in 2016. That was Kirby Smart's first ever bowl game as the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs. We'll be here with live team coverage. Maria Martin and Reggie Chapman are here for us as well. Everybody getting excited about this big game Monday night. Back to you.
Yeah, you can feel the momentum. Jerry Carnes live in LA. Thanks a lot. So when the team takes off from Atlanta, they are going to travel in this new plane. It is dedicated to late head coach and UGA athletics director Vince Dooley. Delta unveiled it this week. That signature there is a beautiful personal touch and tribute. Take a closer look now at SoFi Stadium in LA. It opened in 2020 and it's going to host the opening ceremonies for the 2028 Summer Olympics. On Monday, it will host 70,000 fans. The game kicks off 7:30 our time on Monday. If you plan to be one of the fans cheering on the home team inside the stadium on Monday, here's a quick look at where tickets stand right now. This is a live stream of StubHub's website. Right now, there are plenty of tickets left. Fees included, the lowest price ticket running about $450. We want to remind you, if you are buying tickets, here are some ways to protect your money. Don't get them off the street. You also don't want to pay with cash or payment apps because you cannot track your purchase. Use a trusted source. Also, lastly, be careful when you're showing them online. Remember, cover the barcode or someone can copy your ticket. The executive director of the college football playoffs says fans going to the game will have limited tailgating. They can bring a cooler with drinks or food to SoFi Stadium, but they can't set up any tents. They may not bring grills. Organizers say the reason is space. There's limited on-site parking at SoFi Stadium. Sticking with your 11 minutes of nonstop news, today the House will return to try to end a standoff between Republican lawmakers over who will be House Speaker. This morning there are talks that Representative Kevin McCarthy could make a deal to try to end the stalemate. This after losing his 11th bid for House Speaker. Right now, we know a Georgia congressman is in the middle of this mess. Representative Andrew Clyde has voted against McCarthy in multiple rounds, continuing that stall. Today, President Biden is set to honor 12 Americans who played critical roles in the process of democracy and made personal sacrifices during the 2020 election. Fulton County election workers Ruby Freeman and her daughter Shay Moss will be recognized for their courage and selflessness. Capitol Police Officer Caroline Edwards, who was a police officer at the time of the insurrection, will also be honored. She is from Atlanta. The National Weather Service confirming 3 tornadoes touched down in Georgia between Tuesday and Wednesday. First, in Noonan, 80-mile-an-hour winds took out trees and left a path of damage. Second, Heard County. Our sky tracker giving us a bird's eye view of the destruction there. The third tornado touchdown in Stonecrest. The city of Atlanta says it will begin to shut off water in the coming weeks if your account is well overdue. 11 Alive's Molly Oak has more on the unpaid bills and how they have built up a massive total.
Atlanta watershed officials recently said that if you owe more than $300, your water will be shut off. This comes after Watershed recently announced it is ending a 12-year moratorium on cutting water service to those with past due accounts. Now, Watershed says unpaid water bills added up to more than $1.2 million spread out across more than 20,000 customers. Some people told us they noticed their bills increasing quite a bit month to month with concerns they may have a leak. Officials tell 11 Alive if you have a leak in your property, then it's your responsibility to fix it, but they'll work with you once the leak is repaired if you can show proof of those repairs. Officials also said they will not shut off anybody's water without warning. Back to you all.
Molly, thank you. This morning we are getting new perspective on kids and COVID shots. The latest information on which groups of kids are getting the vaccine. Liza Lucas is live to break down the updates from the CDC. What are we learning here?
Yeah, so we've been diving into the data for you this morning, and now we have a better idea about which kids are getting the vaccine and where public experts say more outreach needs to be happening. Now, take a look at the numbers here, which show the differences in vaccine rates in kids by race and ethnicity. More than 75% of Asian children you see there between 5 and 17 have gotten at least one shot as of late August. That's followed by nearly half of Hispanic children vaccinated, and then the percentage drops off among white children and black children. Now, local doctors, they tell 11 Alive that there has been progress when it comes to vaccine trust in minority communities, but the work has to continue. Dr. Jane Morgan at Piedmont says more effort also needs to happen in rural communities where not as many people are vaccinated. Cheryl.
More work to be done, Liza. Thank you. New this morning, Piedmont Hospital is launching a new program to help in the fight against breast cancer. It's starting a high-risk breast cancer program. The goal to provide a more comprehensive early detection program for women across the metro at high risk for breast cancer. The new clinic opens next Thursday. Chesley.
All right, thanks a lot, Cheryl. Taking me out to lunch for this afternoon. I don't know if Cheryl's going to do that or not, but, you know, I'm open. I'm really open. And my map doesn't want to work either. So we're looking at temperatures on the cool side for this afternoon. I'm stuck, Cheryl. So that means you really owe me lunch. We're looking at temperatures right around 50 degrees by noon, getting up to 54 for an afternoon high. Correct?
We're sending you to the Today Show where Al Roker is back today after his medical journey. Have a great weekend, everybody.